name is Pascale Gibon, and I am delighted to welcome you to the Everyday Life Balance Show, the podcast for men and women who want to create more balance and harmony in their life on the mental, physical, and spiritual level. Every Monday, you get access to insights, practical tools, and strategies on well-being, personal development, life fulfillment, and success from experts in their field and from me, your change catalyst. It is my mission to guide you to happiness and help you find greater joy, inner peace, and balance. This is an invitation to you, the listener, to transform your life one step at a time. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the Everyday Life Balance Show, the podcast where we dive deep into the art of living our best lives. I'm your host, Pascale Gibon, here to guide you on this beautiful journey towards self-improvement. Thank you for tuning in to episode 313 of the Everyday Life Balance Show. We continue our series this month on focusing forward for goal achievement. In this episode, we are tackling a subject that is near and dear to our hearts, beating procrastination and boosting productivity. But before we jump into the strategies and techniques, let's take a moment to acknowledge that we have all been there. We've all been through those days when the to-do list feels overwhelming and lying on the couch watching a comedy is way more comfortable than our work chair. Procrastination is real. I believe our awareness of procrastination patterns makes it easier to break free. So, what's the secret to overcoming procrastination and improving our productivity? Well, one key secret is the fine art of prioritization. And trust me, it's an art worth mastering. Let's start with a classic technique that stood the test of time, the Eisenhower Matrix. Named after the 34th President of the United States, Dwight D. Eisenhower, this matrix is a simple yet powerful tool for decision-making and prioritization. It's probably the prioritization technique you are most familiar with. Here is how it works. Picture a square divided into 4 quadrants. In the top left, we have the urgent and important tasks, those demanding immediate attention. The top right is for important but not urgent tasks, things we can schedule and plan for. On the bottom left, we find urgent but not important tasks. These are often distractions we should delegate or minimize. Finally, the bottom right is for not urgent and not important, which includes activities we should consider dropping altogether. The Eisenhower Matrix is like a compass for your to-do list, guiding you towards what truly matters in the grand scheme of goal achievement. Now, let's venture into the world of time blocking. This technique involves breaking your day into distinct blocks of time that you each dedicate to a specific task or category of tasks. What I love about this prioritization technique is that it's like creating a schedule for your day, but with a laser focus on what you need to accomplish. For instance, designate a block in the morning for high priority, challenging tasks when your energy levels are at their peak. Reserve the afternoons for meetings, emails, and less demanding work. Don't forget to include breaks. They are crucial for maintaining energy and focus throughout the day. My favorite time management technique is time blocking, which I learned from the #1 best-selling author, Sharma. The idea is to block 5 hours a day for productivity and effectiveness. Time blocking technique works for me, even though there are times when 5 hours turn into 9 or 10 hours of productivity. What I like about this technique is that, in my mind, I dedicate 5 hours to productive work. At the end of 5 hours, it's so satisfying to know you've accomplished your tasks. Time blocking not only helps you prioritize tasks, but also ensures that you are dedicating the right amount of time to each task, avoiding the pitfall of spending too much time on less important and urgent activities. Next up on our productivity journey is the Pomodoro Technique. This technique is great if you like breaking your work into manageable chunks. The word Pomodoro means tomato in Italian, and in the context of work, it refers to a period of focused activity. Each Pomodoro represents a chunk of time dedicated to a specific task or project. Therefore, the Pomodoro technique is a time management method that involves working in short, focused bursts, typically 25 minutes, followed by a 5-minute break. You then take an extensive break of 15 to 30 minutes after 4 consecutive work intervals. It might sound simple, but the magic of this technique is in its ability to enhance concentration and prevent burnout. Plus, as a follow-up of episode 312 on navigating procrastination to achieve your goals, it turns the mountain of work into a series of achievable sprints. It's an effective technique for focused work, and it's like turning your workday into a marathon of productivity, one Pomodoro at a time. Now, my lovely listeners, we've covered in this episode 3 effective prioritization techniques: the Eisenhower Matrix, time blocking, and the Pomodoro Technique. But here is a notable point. There's no one-size-fits-all solution. The key is finding what resonates with you and aligns with your unique rhythm and style. Remember, beating procrastination and boosting productivity is a journey, not a destination. Embrace the process by celebrating your wins and learning from new challenges. You've got this. Thank you for tuning in to the Everyday Life Balance Show. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Remember, now is your time to transform your life one step at a time. You don't know until you try. Therefore, I invite you to work first with the prioritization technique that appeals to you and see if it works for you. Decide now what you will start with first. The Eisenhower Matrix involves creating a square divided into 4 quadrants: urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, not urgent and not important. The time blocking technique, whereby you block, for example, 5 hours for focus work. Or the Pomodoro Technique, which includes 25 minutes of focus work, followed by a 5-minute break, and an extensive break of 15 to 30 minutes after 4 consecutive work intervals. You can play around with these techniques. For example, you can mix the Eisenhower Matrix with time blocking, or the Eisenhower Matrix with the Pomodoro Technique. I think this would work well. I look forward to connecting with you next Monday. Until then, have a fantastic week of productivity and efficiency. Take care and lots of love and light. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for reviewing and rating the Everyday Life Balance podcast on iTunes. And thank you for subscribing to this podcast so that you can continue to get training each time I release a new episode. I look forward to connecting with you next week. And as always, yes, you can dream it, create it, live it.